Helps if you unmute the microphone row. These builds are incredibly outer specs. How you doing? Welcome in. All right. We may as well just get going with it, you know? I just finished up my food. Cat girl breakfast has been achieved. Apparently, we discovered a lot of crazy stuff last time. Longtime fans of the game said that they were yelling things at me the whole time I was playing because I was discovering things that I didn't understand the gravity of. So, first things first, we gotta figure out where the spotted fluffy heck we were. Alright, gamers. Excuse me, gosh. The Ash Twin project is still the big thing that we don't know a lot of information about, and the vessel. But the vessel, I think, is on Dark Bramble, and I don't really want to do that today. Yeah. Well, and the Quantum Moon, but we kind of knew that. What information do we have? Physically sealed off by an immensely thick protective shell. And producing a ton of memory recorded by the statues. Advanced warp core was approved for installation in the central chamber. Okay. Now, I haven't got any idea where we are going or what to do. So I'm just gonna point myself at Ash Twin. I'm gonna start flying like a lunatic. Excuse me, gosh. And then we're just gonna, like, mess around on Ash Twin for a while. We're just gonna see what we can see. Worst case scenario, I learn absolutely nothing and you all laugh at me, right? Right. Ow, my feelings. Slightly better landing after the first shot. Alright, landing gear and headlights are busted. Did I land? I landed right in the path of Ember Twin, didn't I? Okay. So we're actually gonna pick up and we're gonna put back down a little bit to the left, I think. Because I know we're most likely going to lose the ship. But, I don't really want to deal with that. So I won't. Meow. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Alright, so here's these wacky pylon things. Look at chat. I'm levitating the amazing flying cat. Anyway. Alright, so we are starting to get... The solar panels are starting to be revealed. It is my uneducated and unqualified guess that these giant solar panels, stay with me, chat, are most likely connected to the Ash Twin project because it requires a ridiculously huge source of power to keep those warp cores running. Right? Right? And 2 giant polar solar arrays, I would think, would provide the most power we're going to find on this planet Being so close to the sun makes gravity really, really screwy, and it makes me a little nervous, but hey. You know what we should do? We should go back and make sure that we have enough oxygen for this maneuver. Jetpack bunny hop. O2. Jet fuel. Wow. Look at the size of that planet. Just vacuuming off all of the dust. Okay, could we just hurry it up? I'm getting bored of waiting. Do Hearthians only eat marshmallows? Like, what is going on? Why do we have an entire, like, stash of jumbo marshmallows? I would imagine that these are, yeah, some kind of fish. Okay, so... But there is definitely a tendency toward marshmallows as our primary source of sustenance. Regardless, though, I think that this is probably a super dumb idea, because none of that is strapped down enough that it's not going to fly around when I crash this ship. And Lord knows I'm going to crash this ship. I mean, come on. Y'all came to a roast stream and you didn't expect me to crash the ship? Who do you think I am? Better turn my flashlight back on, huh? Alright. Please. Come on. I don't like waiting like this. I do like that the gravity of the planet decreases as the mass of the sand attached to the planet decreases. That's a pretty cool touch. Which means that they modeled gravity accurately based on the mass of gravity wells, which is pretty darn cool, if you ask me. Pretty darn cool, chat. I'm gonna give it a solid, like, 15 Mississippi, and then I'm gonna run for it. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Yes, I'm going to keep doing this bit. 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11. Catgirl forgets what comes after 10. More at 11. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. Now, are you far enough down that there's something useful for us to do over here, or am I just gonna be standing sadly in the sun, or in the sand? Okay. There's something. Now. I feel like what I want. Hi, Violafar, thanks for the head pats. How are you? What I really want is I want to be able to reverse this lift so that the, like, tractor Mimi boy... Oi, oi, hi, owl girly, welcome in. I really want to be able to reverse this lift so that I go down toward the center of it rather than up, but I don't know if that's a thing. Platform. Hello. Hi, typo. We are currently just wandering around the surface of Ash Twin, completely confused and lost. And also just kind of waiting for the sand to go away. Because I want to explore more of the Nomai structures on this planet. without the interference of a billion tons of dirty dirt. Because my theory, and hear me out here, chat, hear me out, is that the Ash Twin Project, we know is located on this planet. We know that it's located in the central container, or the central chamber, and it's sealed off by an impenetrable shell. But the game wants us to get there, so it can't be that impenetrable, right? But something with that giant warp core that produces a 22-second time thingy, time warp, time discrepancy, time lost, all of the above, perhaps. That's going to require a lot of juice. That's not going to just be like a tiny little solar panel. The two the two polar solar panels are the ones that I think are providing the most power for the Ash Twin Project, which means that they have to be connected to the Ash Twin Project somehow, right? I think that makes sense. So, I think if I start here, it makes logical sense that I would be able to follow the structures on this planet and figure out the shape of everything and where the Ash Twin Project is located. I am also a little concerned that the Ash Twin Project's only means of ingress is through a portal from someplace else, like a warp gate from someplace else. I wonder, as I'm talking through this, we watch the orbital cannon fire, right? The orbital cannon fires after a, hi Quantum Moon, after a delay. We know that it fired. Where was it aiming? Either that or the Ash Twin Project is the friends we made along the way. We did make some friends along the way, didn't we? Like, them. And them. And, that other person. I unironically can't remember a single one of their names right now. I'm really starting to feel as if I love that the ship gets closer as the sand wears down. I'm really beginning to feel as if there's more we need to know at that orbital probe cannon. Yeah, we need to find the launch module. Or we need to go to the launch module and the probe tracking module. I could be completely nuts. They could be completely irrelevant to what I am trying to search for. And I would never know because... I'm lost and confused as far as this game goes. However, chat. Am I being stupid? Would it be more effective to... Ooh. Rocks and such. This one, if I remember right, goes to... Yeah, I think this one goes to Brittle Hollow. Or maybe Timberhearth. I can't remember. You caught me, chat. I don't know what I'm talking about. This one for sure goes someplace. That one for sure goes to Giant's Deep. For sure goes someplace, says the cat girl. Incredible critical thinking skills. How does she do it, chat? Oh, my flashlight was off this whole time. Incredible critical thinking skills. How does she do it, chat? I have a strong theory that this is going to prove slightly worse than useless. However, we'll at least know where not to go, question mark? Or we'll have a stronger theory of where not to go, at least. And I even put the ship in a place where it didn't get immediately lost. That's crazy. I don't remember where this one goes. I also know that I have to go back to Dark Bramble at some point. Because there are still secrets upon that dried out huskable planet that I have not discovered yet. But, it's super annoying. Because every time I go in there, I get eated. And, that's a really quick way to end a loop. Death percent Outer Wilds speedrun it. Or speedrun. I've actually died in the first, like, 60 seconds. I got that, I got that achievement for dying in, like, before you even take off. It's just, it was really tragic is what it was. It was funny, but it was tragic. I'm convinced that if I'm patient enough, this will produce a result that is not completely useless. You're welcome to laugh at me if that does not wind up being the case. I, in fact, would encourage you to laugh at me if that winds up not being the case, because, frankly, okay, though, but look. Look. Ow. I don't know, chat. This game is weird. Okay, look, the base, the base, the base. That means we gotta be getting close, right? Something is happening, right? Like, this is gonna crack this whole case wide open. Gonna crack this whole case wide open, she says. Completely not confident of that. Please don't steal my spaceship. I'm gonna die. But oh! Well, that wasn't what I wanted at all. It stole my spaceship, chat. Am I hyper-focusing on something stupid? Like, am I just making a decision that will ultimately render this entire loop pointless? I know that this door just, like, literally just leads to the uppity boy. The uppity boy? The fly-in, up-in, the tractor beam thing, the elevator, whatnot. Gosh, I'm talking like a lunatic. Alright. So. The center of the planet is exposed. And there's no connections. It just goes straight down, chat. It just goes straight down, and this is a flat floor. Oh. So there's not even a way to get down there through there. That's good, that's good, that's good. I'm glad to know that. Where does this take us, chat? You messed up, Spotty. Get it? Because Scotty, but I'm a cat, so Spotty. It was funny in my head. Okay, so this one... That one leads us to Brittle Hollow. The sun's about to explode, so there's probably no discovery we can make. That is Giant's Deep. That is for sure Giant's Deep. So I wasted that entire loop. But don't worry, chat. Worriest not. Unless you would like to worry, in which case... you probably got a good point. No loop is a waste? I guess that's fair. So this one has to lead... What? Even if the information gained is, well, I'm stumped in that direction, that is information for sure. Think I can teleport to a different planet while the sun's exploding? Well, not that one. Boom. Bye, chat! It's been fun. So let's go to the orbital probe cannon. Because I really don't want to go to Dark Bramble right now. I really don't want to go to Dark Bramble right now. I know it's the thing that will probably give us the most information because it's the thing that we've explored relatively least. However, I don't want to. I don't want to. Good morning, chat. And we watched that little guy launch its little probie boy, and we are going to immediately take off. What the hell? What? Oh no. Whoa, I survived! What are the odds? Did you know it's possible for that to hit you? The probe cannon? I did not. Ankles are highly expendable. I don't know how my health and fuel are full, but hey. My health at least should be at like 2. Where, oh where? Oh hey look! It's the Quantum Moon. The Quantum Moon I can't do anything about because I don't know anything about it yet. Well, I know a lot of things about it, just not the things that I want to know, you know? Do 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 do. She quantum my till I moon. Oh, girly, that's cursed. No less cursed than every other time you've done that, but it's cursed. Or no more cursed, I should say, than every other time you've done that. Okay. So that's just islands flying around. The number of messages I get in a day from, like, little data protecty boys telling me that my passwords are appearing in data leaks is actually crazy. Okay. So here is... Oh, shit. And it's always passwords that I've never... Like, it's always the same really insecure password that I used in, like, 3rd grade that, I haven't used in 27 years. I am not old enough to have been in 3rd grade 27 years ago. Oh gosh, am I? No. No. You're the devil. Giant's Deep is the devil from the Bible. The biblical, actual biblical Satan. Not like Lucifer, who actually is not Satan. But like, the actual devil from the Bible. Who also doesn't actually exist, but we're not gonna get into that. I'm not saying the devil doesn't exist. I'm saying the devil isn't actually a character in the Bible. Stop it, Giant's Deep. I'm gonna throw a fit. I like how what I just said implies that I fully believe that the devil is a real thing. Just that he wasn't in the Bible. Oh, goodness. Chat. Why does gravity hate me so much? Although I suppose gravity hates everyone, doesn't it? You accelerated in the wrong direction? Shh! Out, girly. I don't want to hear your sass, okay? I accelerated perfectly in the right direction, and you know it. Okay. So here is one of the ones that is not busted off. these. I think I've learned everything that this module had to teach me. Yeah, because I remember doing this. Press the launch probe received from Ash Twin. Can align with randomly selected probe trajectory. Gravity field activated. LOL. Orbital probe cannon launch request received. Probe launch recited. Tracking data from probe. Structure compromised during damage to both modules. Yeah, we know. We watched that happen. It was actually kind of rough. Whoa! It's a little gravity flippy boy. That's crazy. What does this one say, then? So... intact. Probe tracking module is missing. So it's the probe track... blah, 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 blah. Anemone. The probe tracking module that... Whoa! Help. Help. Help! That we need to find, right? And that could be easier said than done. To the tune of that will be easier said than done. Why can't I find the exit? Got it. Got it. We're safe. We're fine, chat. We're fine. Gosh, that's disorienting. Okay, I think that's gotta be... That's where we came in. This has got to be the one that's missing. Yeah. Just busted clean off. So is that just floating around someplace and it's our job to figure out where? Are you mocking me, Al Girly? Get in that... No, no, no. I will end you. Got it. Okay. No? Oh, I know what I need to do. I know what needs to happen now. Well, at least I think I know what needs to happen now. And chat, you might be like, no, bro, what are you doing? But, we're gonna stop for some gas. We're gonna re-enter the station. And I'm gonna do the Silly Funny Goofy. The Silly Funny Goofy in this case is going to be flying out a window. Or flying out a shattered viewport. So that we may then find the module with the broken glass. And fly in through the... Am I not going fast enough? She's just not fast enough, is she, chat? Whoa, maybe she is. Maybe she is. Is that the one with the busted glass? That is the one with the busted glass. Okay. Why are we flying off in the middle, or in the wrong direction, chat? We've got a jetpack. Come on. Come on. No, 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 no. Oh, mother bitch. We also did, I don't know if you were here for this, Algirly, but we did make it through to the center of Giant's Deep, and then got zapped a couple of times and went, LOL, I don't know what to do, so we left. Well, I say we. I think perhaps the better decision to have made here would have been to maybe try to get in there with my ship. And, you know. We did, however, get up into the big tornado. Am I gonna die here? I think I'm gonna die here. I don't think I can break the, I don't think I can break the, the little fella, the little guy, I don't think I can break gravity. That's what it's called. Yeah, that's a wall. Ooh, wait, we broke gravity briefly. This planet sucks, and you can quote me on that. This planet is really, really not fun. And also, isn't it a gas giant? Or are they gonna tell me that there's islands on a gas giant? I suppose it's not impossible. Just seems somewhat improbable. I don't know what's happening, chat. I'm pointing forward, but the island is going away from me. The island is coming toward me now. I fixed that problem. I've never spoken to this person before. He's dying repeatedly. Nope, we're in a time loop. Time must be behaving. Never been. Even if I tell Hornfells about the time loop, they never remember by the next one. They don't realize anything's different. And here's another one for you. Every time I die, all my memories from that loop replay back to me. I'm pretty sure it's related to the big stone Nomai statue I found on one of the other islands. I was looking at it, and the statue opened its eyes and started glowing. It replayed my memories like it had seen them through my own eyes, just like what happens each time I die. You too, huh? Then the Nomai statues must have something to do with why we're the only ones aware of the time loop. So, no glowing statue, no time loop awareness? I think that's going to be my leading theory, but if you find anything else about the statues or the time loop, let me know, okay? I'll be here. Anyway, that's what's new with me. But, hey, this is your first solo voyage. Kinda. Let's talk about you, you know? How's space treating you? Meh. Uh-oh. Ah. Oh, right, because we're flying through space, that's why. Meanwhile, Mr. Know My Buddy's just... Ah! Look at him! He was just flying out of his thing. Completely unbothered by anything that just... Not Mr. Know My Buddy, Mr. Harthian Buddy. Gabro. That's crazy. He's just so chill about basically being Groundhog Day. Ooh, fuel. Ow, my knees. Okay, so it's just as long as it stops telling me that there's an unidentified signal nearby. I just need to remember what I was doing and not completely lose track of that, chat. Can I climb this mountain? Is that a thing? Or do I have to wait to be thrown into the stratosphere? I want to be up there. I don't know why. I don't know if it's necessary or helpful to be up there, but maybe I'll just wait to be thrown into the stratosphere. Bring that little fella back, because he's not doing us any good up there. Come on, Tornado, do your worst. Oh hey, I know that island. We've been there before. That's where they built the orbital probe and hoisted it into orbit. Hi, ship. Chat, it is chilly in my room. Am I supposed to be able to climb this? Chat, would you tell me if I was being silly? Could you tell me if there was absolutely no reason to do this and if I'm just wasting time? Oh. Well, that was new. Perished. I also did skip-a-roo through a lot of that dialogue. I got excited that I met a new person and I forgot. Do you think you can continue in the face of certain death 20 minutes from the time you wake up? You mean, like, if I woke up and I knew that the sun was gonna go supernova? Thusly, as is the case in this video game? Because honestly, I honestly don't know how I would react to that, like... I don't think I would react well, let's put it that way. Giant's Deep. Where are you, little bud? Well, very, very large bud. There we go. Most 20 minutes to live the rest of this life before awakening anew to face the exact same circumstances. I would do some crazy stuff. Like, I feel like all risk would just go out the window, and I would try all of the stuff that I was afraid to do when I could die, you know? I want to land in that window. I don't think I understand, how... Well, I understand it conceptually, but I don't think I've fully got under my fingers how to make this work. I know I just lost my spaceship, but... hopefully, that will be worth it in just a few seconds. What the hell? Oh. And the ship should be just kind of in a similar orbital path situation. Whee! Chat, I did the thing. Okay, this is busted as all heck. It's completely shattered. To bits, you say. To shreds, you say. What gave you a giggle? Imagine, Privet. The probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. You'll be the first to see them. I'm honored and terrified. When you're against the wall? Yeah. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? Fret not, my nervous friend. We only need it to fire the probe once anyway, so who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon's structural integrity slightly? I would mind, Mallow. I would mind because it won't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. Well, I wonder. I wonder. Whoever could have predicted? Wait a minute, huh? Oh. Hey. Hey, chat. Is it just me? Or does that look like underneath the surface in the center of Giant's Deep? Because that certainly looks like underneath the surface in the center of Giant's Deep. Mayhap it does. Mayhap. Uh-oh. Ship, why are you flying all the way out there? Oh, no. Might appear so. Maybe you should investigate? I would love to investigate, Owl Girly, except for the fact that I don't... Wait. Who are you? You're another little floaty boy. Or you're another little... That was unsettling. Mallow, that my better 50%. Cassava is sending the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. The thought of concluding our elder's curious and challenging search increases my heart's temperature, my love. Cassava tells me that he and the construction yard crew have determined a power setting we are not, under any circumstances, to go above. I see. And am I right thinking that consequently we'll be ignoring that setting. I can posit with nearly 100% certainty our friends have accounted for our natures, so I suggest we do. Given the orbital probe cannon, all the power it can structurally withstand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe, and maybe ending the universe too. Yes, the probe must travel as fast as it can, as far as it can. I'll make some adjustments. Is the control module where we've already been? Yes, the control module I can say with strong certainty is... Wait a minute. I wonder if we've tried all of those. Oh, right, that's blocked. Through the glass. Riker. We're gonna land right on Giant's Deep again, aren't we? Yep. Son of a bitch! Hi, Garbo. Oh, Gabbro. Inside a statue. So the Nomad created those head statues to record memories, huh? Yeah, I could see the Nomad doing that. Not sure what for, but seems like their sort of thing. Do you think the statues are recording our memories then? Because I remember that one on the beach looked at me funny. Must be my memory friend. Hello again. Find out what happened. Whoa, that's the cannon breaking apart at the start of each time loop? For real? Did you figure out why? Too much power or over-enthusiasm? Over-enthusiasm. Kind of scary how much that sounds like something Slade or Feldspar would do. I'm pretty surprised the Nomad built something that actually broke. Come to think of it, though, broke might be the wrong word, because it looks like the orbital probe cannon is still firing successfully at the beginning of each time loop. It does. Oh, yeah, the one in the woods. I remember writing that. Pretty fun, right? Works out to a good 24 poems. When I'm done exploring, I want to make some quantum art. Maybe some kind of creature sculpture that just, like, shows up while your back is turned and scares... That's mean. That's really mean. I like how chill Gabbro's vibe is. I did see an island that looks like looks startlingly like Dark Bramble, and we've been there, I think, but I don't know if I don't know if we've explored it fully. Well, at least when everything's messed up and the world doesn't make any sense, we can always roast more marshmallows. Yeah, that is definitely the center of the planet. But I couldn't break through to the center of the planet. It zappy-zapped me every time. There's the island that looks startlingly like Dark Bramble. This is rude. You're being extremely rude, Island. You should be, you should not be running away from me so fast. LOL. I found Gabbro's ship. Now, let's see. Are you a sucky-uppy or a pushy-downy? You're a sucky-uppy. I wish to be thrown into the stratosphere! Can I be thrown into the stratosphere? Do you do that? There we go. The ship is 2.1, 2.2, 2.2 far away is where it is. Nuts. Ooh! Are you a sucky-uppy or a pushy-downy for Lunatech? Yep. That's how I'm differentiating. They're either a sucky-uppy or a pushy-downy. That's a sucky-uppy. That's a sucky-uppy. At least I think that's a sucky-uppy. What's the worst that happens? We get sucked up? What? Oh, that was a sucky-uppy. There's no way I'm making contact with the ship from here. Still impressively in orbit, though. Boom! Almost busted through. I know for a fact that we need the ship to do that. Are none of you pushy-downy? You're a sucky-uppy, I can tell already. Yeah, okay. At least it's kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Ow. I wanted to land straight in a pushy-downy. But it's kind of difficult to tell with this low light where there's a cyclone. Come on. Come on, cat girl. No! Son of a gun! Are none of these gonna do what I want them to do? Yikers. Okay. I'm just kind of struggling here, chat. I know you know that, but... You know what? I honestly might just keep doing this until I suffocate. That's a pushy downy. No, it's a sucky uppy. What's going on, chat? Why aren't any of them what I'm looking for? I think this one's sucky uppy too. The one that I was looking at when I said it was sucky uppy was, had the, like... had the water traveling up underneath it. Son of a gun! There we go. See, I've just been doing it visually. Based on, well, obviously visually. But the way that I noticed before was that the sucky uppy guys have like a spinning cone of water around them that points up. But that might not be the case. That might just be how all of them are. It might actually have to do with... Well, I know it has to do with the direction they're spinning, but when I glance at it quick, I don't necessarily see that. Ba-bam. Gonna try it one more time, chat. Perhaps there is simply something at the center of this planet that I have missed. First things first, let's make sure that we actually got all of the information we needed from... this little fella. The control module specifically. Come on. Dang. Darn it. Got it! Ow, my face. Shoo, she do. What's up with that music? Better 50%. Okay, we know that bit. And that's the Giant's Deep Projection Stone. Have we read this before? Bad news. Problem won't be asked to fire. Locomotive limb. Yeah, no, we've... Alright, I think we know everything here. Because this projection stone should lead us to... Yeah, it's the workshop. It's the workshop where the orbital cannon was built. Okay. Now. That music was interesting. And there's not a recall, is there? I can't just, like, zip the probe back here the way that I can with some of the shuttles. I guess they wouldn't really want to do that, though. Like, there would be no reason to bring it back. Back to the ship. Clear for takeoff. We've taken off. Plunge! Okay, they all have the thing. So I think this is a pushy downy. Nope, it's a sucky uppy. What is going on, chat? What am I doing? Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing? Still a sucky uppy. Alright, so wow, that was nauseating. I guess maybe I just don't understand how this game wants me to differentiate, sorry, caught a chill, between the two types of cyclones. That one's an up. That one's an up. I think that's gotta be a down. I'm stupid. That's what the case actually is. I'm just dumb. Oh, don't mock me, bot. That's an up. That's going up. Are they all... Am I missing something important, or are they all... I've gotta be missing something important, right? There's always one that goes down. Yeah, but where is it? I know you're not going to answer that question, and you probably can't. But where is the one that goes down? I found it so easily last time. Found it! Yeah, so this is definitely where that thing was. The problem, however, is that as I get closer, it starts building up some kind of a charge. And when we get close, it shocks us and often overloads our electrical systems, and I have to climb out and fix the ship. Which is kind of a downer, you know? Like, kind of just a little bit of a pain. But the jellyfish can get through, so I wonder... Yeah, that tracks. And I did try climbing out and doing it myself without an electrically powered vehicle. But, I get zapped too, and it just hurts. Come on. Swim down. There you go. Now. Get in the beam. There we go. So here's the question. What the hell? Touching those zappy boys is probably not the greatest idea. I wonder if I... I'm just not sure, chat. Am I totally in the wrong place? Like, do I need to somehow warp in there? Teleport in there? Or... Yeah, I was hoping maybe that the ship would just sink without power, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Cool. Hey, chat. What would happen if I ejected through it? Like thusly. Oh. We eject the wrong way. Where did the rest of my ship go? Oh. Well, everything is bad. Oh, there it is. There's nothing I can do to fix this, is there? I didn't think you were going to tell me, Algirly. Okay. Your ship is dead, she says. Perhaps the only way to handle this is just to reset the loop? Question mark. It doesn't even kill me. Oh yes it does. It damages me. It hurts quite a lot. One more. One more again. Okay. So, chat. Ejecting was not the way to go. I also do not know which way the way to go is. But I know that that's where we want to be, because that has the information that the probe sent back. I couldn't see a warp gate anywhere in the thing. I don't know if I totally wasted... Okay, I guess it's not wasted time, but... Have I learned anything useful? Gabbros Island, the launch module, the probe tracking module is the only one that I don't have any information on. Other than its, you know, actual location. Purple electricity outside the viewport. Yeah, well, that's... Would it be a total waste of my time to go back there and, like, send the scout in there and try to see what's going on? Again, I neither expect nor really want an answer from chat. I'm just narrating my thought process as I go. Meow 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 meow. All right, back in. Sucky uppy. Sucky uppy, sucky uppy. Pushy downy. Alright. Well, that's not helpful. I know you want to zap me. Is there not a spot? Like, there's gotta be some way down there, right? Is it just a case of waiting until this electricity turns off? Watch people play is such a good and bad experience. Bad experience because you're screaming at me for not knowing what I'm doing? Oh. I know, I just wanted to... So close, but also so far. Great. Yeah, this is not the way to go. Not in this moment, at least. I'm honestly at a little bit of a loss for what to do next. I don't want to go to Dark Bramble, but if I have to... I could also go to Hollow's Lantern. We've never done that. Yikes! I also honestly don't know if it's even possible to, like, if there's even a safe spot to land on Hollow's Lantern, or if it's just a giant ball of lava. Because, like, all signs point to giant ball of lava. And I've caught on fire diving into it before, so... Ooh, there's stuff in there! Ooh, she's gonna fall into the lava if she does that, chat. Crazy, chat. Friends of the Timberhearth Mines, the last one type of ore you sent us survives the longest in direct heat. Can you send us more of the same for additional testing? We're attempting to improve its durability, and our forge has already burned through everything you sent. We'll deliver more ore to Hollow's Lantern immediately. You must be fired up about crafting the Ash Twins Project's protective shell. My gratitude. I imagine I'll also have an updated estimate soon of how much more ore is needed to seal off the Ash Twin Project. Will it be more than we initially thought? It will be significantly more. The smallest crack or opening in the protective shell would destroy everything. I have discovered such interesting things, chat. Okay, so this is just the mine that we already discovered. Location is now inhospitable. Evacuation recommended. Increased volcanic activity detected. Increased solar activity detected. Yeah, I think we know about all of those things. I'm gonna give it a second. And I'm only gonna fly over there once I know for a fact that this crater has already gone kablooey. Because I don't really want to go kablooey with it, you know, chat? You feel me? So that means that we should be able to land in basically any of those craters as long as the craters have little platformy guys inside them. Dost thou? Quoth the Raven? I don't know why I said quoth the Raven. I only kind of partially, really, understand how to fly this thing. LOL. Okay, so that kind of taught us a little bit, but not anything that I can immediately use. Not that I know of, anyway. Ooh, there's another... There's another thing, chat. I think there's only one crater that has anything useful in it. That appears to be the case. Yeah, I think that's the case. Okay. Chat, there's gotta be a trick to getting on the sun station. I know it can be done. I've seen people do it before. Well, I haven't seen people do it before, but I've heard of people doing it before. And I know there's a little teleporty guy on the sun station. At least I'm pretty certain there's a little teleporty guy on the sun station. Son of a bitch! I don't know why I tried. I knew I didn't have it. I am genuinely in a bewilderment, chat. So I need to... I think I've got the path of the sun station pretty much spot on. I just need to fall into the sun slowly enough that I stick the landing. I don't know why this has become my sudden hyperfixation, but just bear with me, chat. She'll figure it out, and so will you. I think trying to nail this timing is probably insane, but, I think if I keep myself flying consistently and slowly enough, I might be able to do it. Depending on how much the acceleration due to gravity kicks me in the shins. I also still haven't actually made it to the Quantum Moon. Really have no idea how to get to that little guy. Am I insane for this, chat? You're welcome to tell me if I'm crazy. I think it's probably likely that I'm crazy. What, Owl Girly? I have not been to the Quantum Moon. I have absolutely no idea how to get there. I mean, I've flown through the Quantum Moon, but I don't think that's what you mean. No, nowhere near fast enough, chat. Is not what you mean. Oh yeah, no. Alright, have fun. I hope class and work go well. Scared for this class? Oh, I hope it goes okay, Owl Girly. You got this. I believe in you. I actually have my hair, like, IRL, just like my VTuber. Like, I don't have the strands on the side of the head quite all that long, but the ponytail's about right. Eh, it's a little lower than that. I can't wait to be able to do a high pony. My hair's not quite that long yet. Yeah, here we go. Quantum Moon. Dry lake bed at Ember's North Pole. No mind named Coleus. Okay. So let's head to Ember Twin. Let's head to Ember Twin. Try to find that dry lake bed. Full speed ahead. I could probably jump onto the Sun Station from Ash Twin if I really wanted to be cheeky about it. To be completely honest. Alright. Where is the North Pole? Alright, so there should be a cave and a lake bed up here by the North Pole. This has got to be the North Pole, right? Like... down these stairs, perhaps. Potentially. Fascinating. This might be it, chat. We may have found it. I don't think I've ever been in here before. This is marginally terrifying. Like, this isn't the least anxious I've been today. Let's put it that way. Ooh. Oh no. And there's sand falling. Why is this place like this? What kind of horrifying hellscape is this planet? Well, I don't know if it's where I wanted to be, but it's a new place for sure. Ow, my shins. Am I in a dead end? Whoop, nope, there's a path right over here. Gosh, this is nerve-wracking. Where? Why? Oh, gosh. Ooh. Alright, that's a dead end. Quantum bushes. Got it. Cool. People dying over here, chat. Quantum rock? Sure. Oh no. If you've come here to look for Coleus, this is where we were when he vanished. He's been missing for 2 days now. What happened before Coleus disappeared? We were examining the different rocks. I recall Coleus standing on the largest one, the Wandering Rocks. I was taking notes, and then my lantern died. When I lit it again, Coleus and the rock were both gone. Your strange Wandering Rock friend is here, though Coleus isn't. Coleus and I observed this unusual-looking rock shard and several smaller rocks in at least 2 other caverns. I'm unsure if this is relevant. Well, that's very interesting, chat. How curious. This rock took me with it to a new location. I wonder why this happened. Curious, but also alarming. This new cave appears to lack an entrance or exit. Also, the rock that brought me here disappeared while I wasn't watching. The Wandering Rock has returned. Never before have I been so delighted to see a sedimentary specimen. I wonder if I myself became quantum briefly when the rock carried me here. This seems the clearest explanation. Hypothesis. If the rock can bring me here, it can also carry me out. My hypothesis was correct. I can travel on the rock as long as I'm not observing my surroundings, meaning I must be in complete darkness. I'm going to bring my mentor here to see this. Melore is here now, too. We theorize when a conscious being is in contact with a quantum object and ceases to act as an observer, explaining the need for darkness, the being can become entangled with that quantum object and they move together. Friends, Coleus has discovered a new quantum rule. He's also promised me that he'll never vanish again, even if he does learn something useful from it. Hello, Quantum Rock. Ooh, am I in a new cave? Friends, if you find any sign of Coleus, I implore you to tell me. He vanished without a trace during our research trip and has been missing ever since. Some of the Sunless City... This I think we already saw. So we must be in a location that we are already aware of. And the rock is gone. Uh-oh. Interesting, chat. I'm gonna get sand dumped on my head. Alright, back to the North Pole to record and consider what we have learned. Alright, Lakebed Cave, we have discovered. No more information to discover up here. However, we could take advantage of some quantum weirdness. Call me crazy, chat, but I just really want to land on the Sun Station. What good will it do me? I haven't any idea. Is it possible? Well, I thought so. Let us consider briefly, chat. Let us take a look and imagine where we might be. Algirly was shocked that I haven't been to the Quantum Moon yet. Quantum Shrine is on the Quantum Moon to aid the pilgrimage to its sixth location. Sixth location is unknown. Quantum Moon locator. In Solanum's shuttle. Landed her shuttle at the Quantum Moon's South Pole and prepared to make the rest of the journey on foot. Visitors always arrive on the South Pole. So how... So... there's more for us to learn at the Sunless City. Of course there's more for us to learn at the Sunless City. I don't want to go to the Sunless City. The Sunless City is super obnoxious. And there's like... I've never gotten out of there without dying. Well, that's honestly fine. Because we're never going to see that ship again this run. Or this loop. Also though, chat, I'm not going to lie to you. I am suspicious that this run is never going to end. That I'm just going to be playing this game completely lost and confused forever. Sunless City. I'm going to the Sunless City. At least I'm gonna try. We're gonna see what we learn. But chances are it's nothing. 'Cause I was pretty sure I knew everything that there was to learn in the Sunless City. That is Sunless City by Roluna. Copyright 2026. I'm rather certain we've been down... Wait, actually, you know what? I don't know as we've gone to the very, very bottom of this place yet. High Energy Lab. That's the ooh stuff noise. I know I've been to the High Energy Lab before, but was this the path we took? Yes, I think it was. And we're already out of the Sunless City. So... Alright, that's not a quantum bush then. Meow 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 meow. I don't know why I was walking backward for a second there, but here we are, chat. Now, this should let us into... Okay. We've been here before. We've read that. I'm uncertain whether we've read that. Watch, the thing I'm missing from the Sunless City is, like, that one piece of information that blows this whole thing wide the heck open. Three minutes of oxygen remaining. We can fix that. Fuel remaining, we cannot fix. Oxygen remaining, we can fix. Fuel remaining, a little harder. Alright, let's turn on all these lights. We've been up there, we've been up there. At least I'm pretty sure we've been up there. No. I'm too young to die, chat. Wait a second. Have I ever... Oh, yeah, because I've literally already been here. That was unfortunate. Chat. Things are tough when you're a cat girl, you know? So I want to go even further up, right? There's that. And then we'll fly further up this way. Take this path. What is this? The gravity cannon. Have I ever gone through this path to the gravity cannon? I'm not sure I have. Well, now I know I haven't. I would remember this much ghost matter. Oh, that is a rough flight, chat. That is a rough flight. None of that was how that was supposed to work, but we made it. Somehow. So we can get into the Sunless City that way. Interesting. I know my fuel level is critical. I also know that there was ghost matter detected nearby. Why do I hear spooky noises and music, chat? Is there secret forbidden knowledge that I'm missing in this very near vicinity? Well, no, I know I'm supposed to get in there, but I don't know how. The door is blocked by a... Yeah, I know there's a hazard, thank you. Yeah, that's the information I need. I'm almost sure of it. But how do I get in here? Interesting. What is going on now? So that means that there's a room on the opposite end of this wall. How, with the cat girl, do we reach it? I also quit the cat girl. Got no idea. Is it perhaps in this little cave back here? Have I not? No, I've been in here. I've been in here too. Sand is covering this place. Okay. So I think that we are doomed in this run, chat. Or in this loop. Not this run, but this loop. So we're gonna let that happen. And we're gonna pause stream for just a bit. Everybody, grab some food if you need it. Grab some water. Grab a little break if you need it. Stretch your legs. Walk around a little bit. And the cat girl shall return in just a moment. All right, chat, she's back. So, What do we do now? Like, for reals. What's going on now? I still don't know how to get into that room in the Sunless City. And that is, I think, exactly where I'm supposed to go. But I haven't got any idea how to get there. I've sent little scout in, and I cannot determine anything. I wonder, what if I take that entrance above the gravity cannon? Hmm? Hi, Monica! Have you played this game, Monica? Nope. Well, if you plan on playing this game, please don't spoil it for yourself. Apparently it's big spoiler. Or it's a big spoiler-free zone. But also, hi. Yeah. I will say that if you see too much of this game and you know what to do, it kinda makes parts of the game a lot less fun to play. So don't spoiler for yourself, but hello! My energy lab. Everything is a mess. I think this might be the Dead Nomai soundtrack, because every time we've been around Dead Nomai, this has been the song that's been playing. Is this just the something sad is happening, pay attention music? Because I think it might be. Whoa, turned too far. Alright, now. Will this take me... No, this just takes me to the fish room. What is up with this crazy game, chat? I'm pretty sure it's up here that we're... Yeah, it's up here that we're running into the problem of needing to get into one of these doors, or one of these houses, and not being able to. And it's specifically this house. We want to get back there. But that's an up teleporter. It's a window. So what? Where do I go to get above where I am right now, chat? I'm confused. I'm bewildered. I am frankly vexed. Powerfully vexed. I carry the weight of incredible vexedness. I think this is just... Yeah, that's the way we came in. Okay, so here's up. Wait a minute. Nope. We found the level above. Did this information do us any good? In this case, no, it did not. There we go, chat. There we go. She's a genius. She's so smart. How does she do this? How is she such a clever cat? We've been computing shuttle trajectories to the sun station. Don't worry. The station is such a low stellar orbit, we've constructed a different, safer way to travel there from Ash Twin. That would be Pi. I told her we wouldn't be traveling there by shuttle, and that the sun station doesn't even have a landing pad. But she said she knew. It's a purely theoretical exercise on my part, Garrow. Who doesn't love computing a good low stellar orbit shuttle trajectory? Pi, I look forward to working with you, but I'm also relieved that it'll be easy to return to Ash Twin regularly. Fascinating, chat. So there's a way to reach the sun station from Ash Twin. What is this way, you may be asking? I think that might be the next mystery for us to solve. Just maybe. Alright, to the orbital cannon. Ouchie. Ouch, my face and my feelings. Alright, where's my spaceship? I just want to get up to my spaceship. There she is. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Did we crash? No. She's actually in great shape. To Ash Twin. No damage. Love that for us. Double check that there's no more information for us to find at the Sunless City. Thank you, Lord. Alright, so let's try to safely get to the sun station. Uh-oh. Let's land over on one of the poles instead. Alright. So that means that there's a teleporter or a warp thing of some manner. Probably in one of those towers, because I know the towers are... So let's start in one of the towers and see what happens. Now, this was the one that we got sucked out of last time. If we can time this correctly, perhaps this is the teleporter that leads us to the Sun Station. Currently, though, the door's not even visible, so good luck with that. There we go. I had a little... Okay. So here's what we don't want, chat. We don't want to get sucked out of this room onto Ember Twin. We really don't want to get sucked out of this room onto Ember Twin just yet. However, if we stand here and wait, perhaps some things will happen. Perhaps we will get sucked onto the Sun Station and we'll be able to explore that without having to worry about, oh, can I land on the Sun Station? Because honestly, I've been playing this game for a long time. I know there's an achievement. Oop. Well, that was the Timber Hearth portal. That was the opposite of what I thought it was going to do. Okay. I think that this leads us to... I think we get two different locations. This might be in line with the sun, though. This might be in line with the sun. And the glass isn't broken, so we won't just teleport, or we won't just get sucked out without being able to teleport. Or this might just teleport us straight to Ember Twin and kind of undo all the work that we just did. LOL. Yeah, we're just on Ember Twin. Ooh, she's active again, chat. What about this one? Where does this take us? Yes, I am crazy enough to just sit here and wonder what happens. Huh? There we go. Sun Station? Perhaps? Take pity on me! For a second there, I wasn't sure we weren't gonna get sucked right over to Brittle Hollow. If this one also just takes us to Ember Hearth, or Ember thing, Ember Twin, there it is, I'm gonna be so distressed. There seems to be something wrong with our teleporter. I'm standing right in it, and I'm not teleported yet. LOL, watch this one actually teleport me into the middle of Dark Bramble for no reason. Other than that it hates me. Oh, that's broken glass. There's a chance I could get sucked right onto or to Ember Twin like this. Not so much a chance as a certainty. Well, that's frustrating in all kinds of ways. That one's Timberhearth. This one, I believe, is Brittle Hollow. Yeah, there's nothing interesting to learn from there that we haven't already learned. I'm not going to try to outpace that sand right now. No, this one's Timberhearth. This one's definitely Timberhearth. Have I read this scroll yet? Friends, Ash Twin Project. Yeah, we've read that one before. I'm really still curious what the other tower does. Because so far we have not activated this teleporter. This one goes to Giant's Deep. That I know for sure. Ow. Oh no, actually. That one's Giant's Deep. We read this one already. Shit. Okay, that wasn't the way to do it. However, we now know that there's even more interesting things on Ash Twin than we realized. And that's saying something, because Ash Twin is arguably the most interesting planet in this whole solar system. Slap on my spacesuit. Well, there's the quantum moon. Orbiting Giant's Deep. Algorly seemed genuinely shocked that we haven't been to the quantum moon, so there's gotta be something we already know that cracked that wide open that I just haven't realized yet. Ooh, the sun's starting to hit the front of the building, so I'm starting to get cooked. Which is good, because I've been freezing all day. And this game isn't quite intense enough to make my computer heat up noticeably. I'm floating. Alright, we're gonna wait for a bit. Because we want less snow, yes. Well, I do want less snow. But we want less sand on Ash Twin. Or ash? Sand? Whatever it is. Whatever the proper name for this stuff is. We want less of it. At this juncture of this particular narrative. Right? Right. Oop, it's starting to suck the sand. Let's see, what information have we got that we haven't considered yet? We've got alignment angle diagram. Warp tower and corresponding astral body. 5 degrees of the astral body is... Really, we didn't learn a lot from that, except kind of how the warp towers work, which we already basically knew for all intents and purposes. Fall beneath the current systems or electrical fields surrounds the planet's core. Yep. Construction yard. We might need to go visit Feldspar again. But that was kind of a challenge because, you know, you gotta fly through all of those giant anglerfish before you can see Feldspar, which is not exactly my idea of a good time. Maybe next loop we'll do that. Okay. We're not quite there yet. Whoa! The interloper is very narrowly avoiding hitting this planet. That's crazy. We also just don't want to run out of oxygen and fuel on our way to solve these problems, you know? So. No, 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 no. Don't fly through that thing. Good job, cat girl. Good flying. Alright, time to find the ship again, because we used a lot of fuel just keeping out of the giant pylon of the pillar of sand, as it were. Maybe we observe from orbit. Okay, they're starting to emerge. Now, this one. I think is the one that we're trying to get into that we haven't been able to yet because we keep puncturing our spacesuit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna park the ship right outside this here door. Or I'm gonna crash like that instead. That is also probable. Okay. No, get out of the ship, bro. There we go. Alright, now. Can we... Well, can't walk through there, it would appear. I'm gonna do the stupid, chat. I'm gonna do the very dumb. Kinda can't believe I survived that, but okay. Almost didn't. Nope, we're dead. Man. Alright, take two. Same thing. Second verse, same as the first. A little bit slower. And a little more cursed. Now. Second verse, same as the first, a little bit slower and a little bit more careful. Some of you may relate to the fact that my family was full of cursed little songs and sayings. Particularly my mother's family. They always had weird little references to things that we made. Now, you may be wondering, bro, why are you doing this? And I'll tell you why. It's because we wait a really long time to We waited a really long time for the sun or the sand to go down anyway. And Ember Twin hasn't even started vacuuming yet, so... There we go. We do need to explore, well, maybe we don't. Maybe we don't need to explore Dark Bramble. Well, yes, we do, though, because the vessel's gotta be in Dark Bramble. All we really know about the vessel is that it's in Dark Bramble. Having apparently been attacked by Dark Bramble in some way. Maybe attacked is too... Maybe attacked gives the planet, or the thing that used to be the planet, too much agency. Like, I don't know if it's intelligent enough to have attacked something. Whoops. Good news is we'll be landing immediately. The bad news is it's crash landing. All right. Tower. I demand that thou shalt reveal thine secrets. Here, secret, 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 secret. Here, secret, 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 secret. So I think this is the end that has the, like, platformy entrance-y guy. I might want to be careful about standing here, huh? Whoa, yeah! Mr. Ember Twin, you are welcome to take as much sand as you would like, just don't take me. I just want to solve my little mysteries, chat. I don't want to be vacuumed up off the surface of a planet. It's happened too many times already. It's in fact happened too many times just today. Okay, so there's a teleporty boy, a lock on the door, and a little reading fella. Is there a reasonable way in which we might achieve ingress into this? don't think this is the way to do this, chat. Like, I'm not sure, but I really don't know if flying around and repeatedly dying is the way to do this one. So... Dark Bramble, unfortunately. We need to get there so that we can get to the everywhere. Gosh. We have so much information, but nothing to do with a bit of it. Alright, gonna find our friend who is watching over the Dark Bramble Seed. Which is right here, yep. Pretty even landing, actually. One of the better ones I've done. So, Gout Launcher. Into the thing's mouth. Now, chat. Let us brave the maw of the beast. One sec, I'll be right back. Thanks for bearing with me, chat. I am back. Meow. I had to sprint downstairs to, grab something that got dropped off real quick. Regardless. Ooh, that's not everything I wanted, but okay. Oh. Losing that thruster bank was, pretty unfortunate. No. There she is. Alright, she's repaired. We're gonna... re-enter the ship if I can figure out how. Oh, it's because she's spinning slightly, I think. And then we are going to follow the signals further. Whilst avoiding our good buddies, the giant fish monsters. Because when I say good buddies, the giant fish monsters, I mean that with every bit of sarcasm I'm capable of. And, alright, chat. Try to bring ourselves to as close a full stop as we can get. And then repair the ship. No, it was the fuel tanks that were damaged other than the upper hull, right? It should be... Yep, there it is. I wish I didn't have to get out of the ship in order to achieve this maneuver. Alright, how's she doing? We're in perfect shape now. Gonna refuel. And we're gonna resume. Oh, jeez. That wasn't what I wanted, chat. To be fair, though, none of this is what I wanted. That is a blue flickering light, chat. I think that might be our friend's spaceship. Yeah, I'm correct. Heavily damaged, but it's a ship. Try to bring to a full stop. We're gonna go in here. Now, is this a good idea? Perhaps not. Are we doomed? Are we doomed? Perhaps. Well, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. There's nothing up there. It's just more of the same. Oh, because I went the wrong way. Oh. Well, where am I now? The ship's now 2.5 kilometers away. Anybody else scared? Because I sure am. There's that frozen jellyfish. Can we research this little guy? Because I'm gonna say not 1. Crashes, 3. Boring crashes, 0. A personal best. Whoa! Never thought I'd see one of these beauties outside of Giant Deep. They were awfully useful back there. Maybe a jellyfish could be useful here too? Yeah. This thing tastes terrible. The outside's all rubbery and tough. Maybe because it insulates the jellyfish's insides from getting zapped by electricity? Right. I'm gonna go inside of this jellyfish's interior cavity to see if what's in there tastes any better. Interior cavity. Note to Feldspar. Do not eat this, even if you're dying. It would be too sad if this was the last thing you ever ate in life. Guess these jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. Again, do not eat. Love, Feldspar. So maybe we learned a lot more information than we thought from being trapped on Dark Bramble. If we go any deeper, can we find... Oh, we're on the outside of the... We're on the outside of it now. Which means that we are going to plunge to our horrible deaths. That red signal has got to be important, right? Like, there's a good shot that that red signal is the vessel. Or it's just a giant monster fish and we're about to die in horrible ways. And I suppose I shouldn't call it a red signal, it's more of just a flashing red light. Alright. So we should be just about at the ship. Which is super convenient. Can't lock onto the signal. I know I have 3 minutes of oxygen remaining. Ow, my face. Please tell me that this is... Oh, right. Because I maneuvered it into this empty vine. And then all up and around and places where we probably shouldn't have gone. Alright, so that one... Whoop, okay. I get it. Boy, am I glad to see you. She made it, chat. I don't know how, but she made it. Alright. Time for... what I will call the Roluna maneuver. Gosh, these things weigh a skeleton. Ow. So how do I get out of here then? With my spaceship. That's a very important detail. I need to make sure I bring my spaceship with me, otherwise I will not survive floating around in space. I mean, I'm probably already basically done with this loop anyway. I don't know how close we are to the end of everything. Ow. Okay. Upper hull and the fuel tank need repairs. Perfect. Horrifying, terrible place, chat. I just keep breaking this thing. I just keep breaking this thing specifically on the port side. Okay, we don't have port thrusters, so she won't stop rotating. Alright, she's fixed. Now. Pull in here. Hit the gas. Am I lost? Have I just got no idea where I'm going? There's no chance that I'll just happen to hit the exit with a scout, is there? I wanna go home, chat. It's scary in here. Okay. Like, whatever. Oh, that's not spectacular. Whoa, whoops. I was fine dealing with a little hull damage, but... losing oxygen, not so great. Ow. Catgirl busts her face open trying to repair her own spaceship. Alright, and the upper hull needed a little attention too. Just a little bit of... honestly, it just looks like heat and impact shielding. Which is very minimal. Make sure we refuel. Oh. The universe is about to explode. Well, the solar system at least. So... at least I think that's what that song is. I hope it is, because I'm kind of sick of floating around looking for the exit. Did I just find the exit right as I explode? That would happen, wouldn't it? She's powered down, chat. Oh, there it is. Oh. Well, ooh, that actually surprised me. I had never seen them, I had never seen them for that angle, so I was like, oh, is that a new interesting... No, it was just a monster fish. Kind of amazing that the monster fish got me before the Nova did. Like, I was trying pretty hard. Alright, I'm gonna make one more attempt. But we've actually learned something extremely useful. Those jellyfish have an inner cavity that is shielded from the electrical impulse or the electrical influences of the core of the planet. Therefore, she says, hoping. Therefore, we should, if I'm lucky, I'm not, but if I'm lucky, be able to get into the core of the planet by swimming into one of the jellyfish's internal cavities. Am I insane? Potentially. Is this the correct way to go about doing this at all? Probably not. But I'm gonna give it a try. And if I die, I die, you know? We at least know that that's not the way to do that. Sucky uppy. Sucky uppy. Sucky uppy. Sucky uppy. Sucky uppy. Pushy downy. Okay. Now. Can I swim or pilot my ship up in your tentacles into... Alright, let's try it without the ship. LOL. Magnificent. I kind of don't believe that this was really the way you're supposed to do this. Alright, and here's the bit of the orbital launch probe that I was missing. Ow, my neck just popped in 3 different places. That was fun. Just keep swimming, chat. We made it. I wonder whose memories were stored by this guy. Ash Twin Projection Stone. Right into the Ash Twin project, as per usual. I have exciting news, Privet. The Ash Twin project is almost prepared to receive the probe data from the orbital probe cannon. Raimi is adding some finishing touches here, but she'll be finished soon. Are you in the orbital probe cannon well? We are! The statue here in the probe tracking module is ready to record each launch's flight trajectory and will automatically transmit all relevant data to you. Once the probe determines the location of the Eye of the Universe, I'll send an alert directly to you and Raimi. On the other appendage, I'm now worried about this cannon's structural integrity and its crew's moral integrity. Oof. Hey. Whoa! Come on. Play nice, Gravity. Yeah, that's where we just were. Well, not just, but a while ago we're. Imagine, Privet. The probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the Eye of the Universe. You'll be the first to see them. I'm honored and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? Fret not, my nervous friend. We only need to fire the probe once anyway, so who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon's structural integrity slightly? I would mind, Mallow. I would mind, because we wouldn't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. Gosh, that's disorienting. Alright, let's see. So there is our little probe guy. Our little orbital cannon fella. Probe trajectory out that away. Visualizing current trajectory of probe 9318140. Receiving data from probe 9318140. I don't think it found anything, chat. Perhaps it did. What about Inner Wilds? Hi, Nelly! Inner Wilds, that's... I don't have a clever joke for that one. Oh gosh, they just kept trying. That's crazy. Retrieving previous launch data from Ash Twin. Total number of probes launched. 9,318,140. Deep space anomaly matching all known criteria found for the Eye of the Universe found by probe 9318054. Retrieving stored coordinates from Ash Twin. Displaying coordinates for the Eye of the Universe. Can I read that? Do I know what that means? I think we found it, chat. What does that mean for us? I have no idea yet. Gravity's so messed up in this place. Come on, chat, she's a swimming cat. Is that the only thing that's interesting down here? Ooh! Where's my ship, and why is it way up there? Oh, because it got blown... Okay, I understand. It got lifted up and out of the barrier. Come on, fix the electronics. There we go, there we go, there we go. Fixie, fixie, fixie? Fixie. Okay, so we got enough power to at least... get into the ship again. At least she's not full of water. Okay, so we only lost the electronic systems. That's pretty solid. Oh, we're flying, I think. Worse, we're sinking. Okay. Probe millions of probes. Know my coordinates marking the location of the eye of the universe. Flying and sinking is basically the same thing. Yeah, basically. Basically. Air's just a, you know, fluid we can breathe. So, I'm gonna try one last thing. This loop will still be our last. But I'm gonna go talk to somebody and see if that will give us any information we don't already have. Meow, 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 meow. Let's see, chat. Can I land right back on my landing, or on the launch pad? LOL, I did. Hey, and the only thing we beat up were the landing gear. It's not so bad. Ouch, my face. Ouch, my everything else. Ouch, my face. Well, all of that was a stupid idea. And you may be wondering, bro, what are you doing? I'm wondering the same thing. No, I'm going to the museum that I believe is connected to the observatory. Because if anybody is going to be able to help me figure out those coordinates, it's going to be one of my friends in here. Bells. Is there nobody up here? There's a little cave with a quantum rock floating around in it. Horn cells. Hey, look at this! The statue opened its eyes. Bet you wish you'd seen that happen, huh? Me too. I'm not even a little closer to understanding what's happening with the statue. Was there something you needed? You found Feldspar? And they're in Dark Bramble? Stars above, this is wonderful news. Thank you. Thank you for finding them. This Feldspar didn't immediately join you on your ship and return here is incredibly Feldspar of them. We were never sure what Feldspar was thinking back then either. Still, we ought to fish them out of that dreadful place with all haste. I'll radio Gaussen, have them prepare a ship. It really should be Gaussen who brings Feldspar home. Again, thank you. You can hardly imagine how profoundly happy I am to hear they're alive and unharmed. Okay, so maybe there's nobody in here that will tell me anything interesting about those coordinates. Somebody's got to know something, right? Or is everybody that knows anything off planet? Is that a thing? Might be. Anyway. Sun's getting pretty red, so we might be on our way to the end of this loop and therefore the end of this stream. Oh, hello, astronaut. It's good weather for your launch, right? That's lucky. I'm using my signal scope to pick up sounds from distant planets. It's at the Outer Wild Ventures frequency, so I can pick up travelers' music. Last night I heard a Rebix banjo coming from Brittle Hollow. I hope that means they're safe. I can hear different planets, too. It depends on what time of day or night it is, since different planets are in the sky at different times. Signal scopes are cool. Yeah, they kind of are. Honestly, not as impressive a landing job as I thought it was. Can I... no, that's the probe tracking module. So that's gotta mean that I can go to the eye, right? Like... I didn't think I was gonna make it. Okay. I mean, that's kind of an okay place for us to stop anyway. Well, thanks for dropping in, everybody. Gonna wait for the game to close down. Well, no, I'm actually not. I'm gonna start up my browser loading, because it'll take a couple minutes, and then we're gonna raid out. Thanks, Nelly! Sorry, the game's taking a really long time to be ready to quit out. Woo! Meow, meow, meow. There we go. I suppose I could use my phone, but then you would lose my face. Creator dashboard, there we go. Gosh, this browser is so slow. Let's see who is streaming. Ooh, it's been a little bit since we've raided Speed Sprout. Let's go raid Speed. She is playing The Sims 2. I hope you have a wonderful morning, evening, noon, or night, wherever you were. I hope you enjoyed the stream, because I know I sure did. And I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!